something is. I don't know what's clapping. I just know something is. I don't know what's clapping. I just know something is.
Oh my goodness, hello, good morning everybody. Happy Friday from this side of the planet. I hope you're all doing well. Good morning. Amber B and Katie and Rex and Eri and Sky and Emotional Support Muffin and Annie Boo and Becky, Moz, Katie, Rigo, oh sorry, yes, Rigo, hello. Sassay, Victoria, Ida, Giggle Drop, great name. Hello everybody, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, depending on where you are on this beautiful planet. Thank you so much for joining me for yet another ad hoc live stream. For those of you who are asking in the chat for a washcloth update, this is where we stopped last night. So we're really getting somewhere. It's going to be a wonk cloth. A wonk cloth? Oh, how fun's that? Cammy, thank you for returning to the channel as a member. I appreciate it. Today, we're going to be reacting to 2 dumpster fires on the internet. How fun for us. So these are recorded pieces of content, not live stream, so maybe we won't have time for crochet. But I've got like 2 hours to burn. So thanks so much for being here. Also, I realized because I'm in this chair, I can do the ambi dance along with her. I don't know if y'all are doing that, but like I can do this one. I can do this one. And I can do this one. I'm learning so many skills today. Anyway, thank you all so much for being here. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, depending on where you are on this beautiful planet. Thank you so much for being here for yet another ad hoc live stream. Today we're going to be catching up with Miss Chantel Marie. Now, there are 2 pieces of content, well, yeah, 2 and a bit pieces of content that I didn't watch. We're just going to be watching Eating the Groceries I Just Bought Mukbang because, you know, I can't, it's hypnotizing sometimes watching Chantel just sit there in glum silence, breathing heavily and shoving food in her face. But we're going to have a conversation about the visa run because she's blowing up over on the community tab. So we'll read those out. That'll be fun. I have got throat lube ready, which is peach-flavored Monster this morning. It's the worst flavor. And then we're going to boop on over into Amberlynn's channel with, I shouldn't admit this, Zachary Michael and deleting comments. Let's talk episode 1, and I'm so tired of hearing her talk. Cherish, thank you for being here for 3 months, honey. I appreciate it. Cherish says, have a wonderful day. Love your streams. Thanks, honey. I appreciate the support. Thank you for being here. It's good to see you. I hope you've had a great week. Thank you, thank you. Please, for the love of God, have her show up in Canada. Peach is the worst, Mick. Thank you for agreeing. Peach, it's super chemically. Bleh, not good. Yeah, fingers crossed for Canada, though. That'll be really fun. Anyway, hi, my name's Zach. Lovely to meet you if you're new, and thank you very much for returning. If you are coming back, I'm not a mental or physical healthcare professional, just a guy who listens, mate, talks about things on the internet and watches way too much of too many people. I'm also not here to bully, shame, hate, harass, or humiliate, just here to talk about the produced and monetized content that we see here on this platform, because it's all about what choices, choices about what we say, choices about what we put on the internet, choices! Marissa, I just hope it's Canada for the potential. The potential. Choices like buying peach flavor. Giggle Drop, unfortunately, when it, like, if the choice is peach flavored Monster or no Monster at all, it's peach flavored Monster. So yeah, anyway, that's what we're doing. We're gonna start with a community tab post. So we're gonna boop bit of dupe over to duper here. Alright, I guess we can start there. So this was 3 days ago. We did skip this in the in the live stream discussion where Chantel was talking about creationism and evolution, and realistically, if I want to listen to a scientifically theological discussion, I'm absolutely not listening to it from Chantel Marie. Oh my god. Oh my god. I don't know what I'd rather do, but a lot. I'd rather do a lot than listen to that. Foodie Beauty 3 days ago. To follow up on the discussion in my live stream, I did a bit of looking into it, though very briefly, and it does look like there are some Muslims who believe in evolutionary creation, as well as those who believe the Adam theory. My take overall is that both theories can actually exist at once. Science and religion can complement each other. 3 days ago, 1 day ago. In the future, I predict that everyone will be cancelled at least once. I sound like Lizzie after a gin. This voice has gone everywhere. She's so brave. Hi guys, I'm going to try really hard to stay awake to do a live tonight. Miss you guys. Spoilers, Auntie Poppy has let loose. Spoilers, she did not go love that night. I think I have a stomach bug or something. I don't know how I get to South African so quickly. Or something right before my birthday. It's the Mai. See, Lizzie would say, my. Whereas South African Poppy would say, ma. Birthday. What if that ground beef gave me something 17 hours ago, 5 hours ago? Feeling a bit better, guys, but I'm going to rest up so we can have a B-Day bees tomorrow. So currently it's the 28th here down under, which means that Chantel will be celebrating her birthday this evening or tomorrow. I doubt that's going to happen, but we'll see. She's got the shits. And then we have this gem from 3 minutes ago. Oh, no, sorry. 42 minutes ago and 3 minutes ago. So 42 minutes ago, we get... So I heard through the grapevine, by watching YouTube, I guess, that reactors are so desperate to know where I am that they are analyzing the expiry dates on the salad in my most recent video. Now, that doesn't strike anyone as, I don't know, odd? I can't. So listen, the only thing I will say about this is think what you want. No matter if I'm on a visa run, confirmed, or I'm not, or if I've secretly flown to the frickin' moon, I owe you weirdos nothing. I can dip from the internet whenever I want to and not have to explain poop to you weird, booty-obsessed, lonely, no-life having strangers on the internet. Got it? Alright, good. Now you can make content on this. You're welcome. FFS, it's like throwing scraps to hungry dogs. Alright, well, she's out here calling me a dog. Who peed in her cereal? Oh, God. I mean, girl, you could have just not written this, I guess. And then we have this from 3 minutes ago as a follow-up. I'm also giving a warning that when I go live next, and from now on, we have had this a few times before, I I am blocking anyone who brings up drama, visa runs, diabetes, my food choices, my relationship, and anyone who's disparaging or negative or just annoying. My channel, my rules, my one and only focus, above all else in life, is going to be to move away from the toxic poop hole girl world. They're like dingleberries that won't fall off. Chantel knows a thing or two about that. I can't control their obsessions with me, but I can control the type of people I have in my life and in my circle. I feel like I should be holding a gin. And I don't want any drama. And when people come into my chats and tell me what these losers are saying, I always take the bait. So to avoid this, any mention of anything girl world related will be blocked. My content will be boring to the type of people I don't want sleazing around it anyway. Good riddance. Please unsub. Okay, girl. Well, you're gonna have 4 down from 8 watchers in your chat now. And sure, you're never going to talk about the drama again. I feel like you say you're not going to do this like every other week. Del, good to see you, honey. Yeah, that's the power of Microsoft Excel. Yeah, good and evil. All right. So we're not. So chat. From what I understand, we're just not allowed to watch Chantel anymore. That's not going to happen. Sorry, girl. Public YouTube and all of that. All right, let's get to with eating the groceries I just bought. Mukbang. This was uploaded. Oh no, where did we go backwards? Oh no, we skipped ahead. No, shh. So this was uploaded on the 27th my time, which was technically yesterday. We're going to speed this one up, and there is a general consensus that this was actually filmed on the same day that we got the grocery haul, which was uploaded at least 2 days ago, etc, etc. Anyway, we all know Chantel's on a visa run because she wouldn't have ranted over on the community tab post. She would have instead gone live and shared her opinion about the dogs that we are. But she didn't. Anyway, let's watch.
Hello, Foodie Beauty.
Hello.
Well, hello there. Did you know that you can request a private video from me?
I wonder if anyone's requested 24-hour cameos and she's had to turn them down because she was on a flight.
Just for you that you can keep forever and ever? Yep, that's right. I can wish you or a loved one a happy birthday or even give you a pep talk. I'm in Kuwait, so if you want a cameo at a specific location like a nice beach or a mall, just let me know. Get yours today and don't delay.
Zero the Hero says, this visa run poop is just a fun guessing game we all get to play. Literally, that's it. Like, this is just an evolution of Foodie Trivia. Because Foodie Trivia was just too easy. Look, Baki Waki, good to see you, honey. Did I show you my, I don't know if you're in the stream yesterday or not, but my washcloth's coming along. Look at that. It's a bit wonk. It's a wonk cloth.
Baby, why do you love your scratcher? Hey?
She'll have a curtain behind her again. Maybe she'll do, like, a green screen or something fun. That could be fun.
Why, baby? Why are you cute?
Hello, guys.
What is the volume? Oh, okay.
Before I do anything,
It's my fault.
I have to drink. I'm so thirsty.
Don't mind me.
I have a diet soda, 2 beef burgers with salt, pepper, barbecue sauce, Irish cheddar, yellow mustard, some blueberries, fresh pea.
This is such a bizarre meal.
Yeah. We're gonna have some red pepper dip here.
What's with the voice? I don't know. There must have been someone in the hallway. She's afraid.
We have some fattoush. And we have some mamoul, which we'll have for dessert.
So this is the salad that said was made on the 23rd, expires on the 25th. Is that all correct? Uh-huh. Good to know.
Oh, bismillah.
Someone's going to have to explain how, like, fried pita chips don't get soggy in the salad to me, also.
red pepper dip looks amazing. Look at this.
Ah, yeah, that does look like you would like that.
It's feta cheese and red pepper mix.
Uh-huh.
Let's try a blueberry. Mini blueberry. I know my vacuum, don't mind. I have too much stuff on this side of the table, so I have to sit on this side of the table today.
What do you mean too much stuff? Is it like onion powder and like a cucumber again?
Beauty bite.
Ari says, spoilers, Poppy. They do! The pita chips are not soggy because she's eating it the same day she bought it. Well, that makes sense. I mean, heck, doesn't take a genius, huh? Just dogs. I can't believe she called us dogs. That one's gonna sting for a little bit. Because I can't wear my ears on stream anymore. Wow, yeah, chat. No, you're right. Those chips are crispy. Look at that. This must be some magical salad. Wow. Chantel, what day is it? And why are those those pita chips crispy? Huh. Well, I think you might have been lying, girl. I mean, even the lettuce looks like holding up. I don't think this is a 2-day-old salad. Not a magical salad.
I'm pretty much eating the food from my grocery haul.
Oh, it's even got a crunch. Look at that. Katie, good to see you, honey. I hope you're having a fabulous day. Thank you so much for gifting 5 channel memberships. Welcome or welcome back to Salva, DKDB, Lyra, Oscar, and Allison. Lovely to see you all. Enjoy your gapes and crumbs. And please make sure you thank the fabulous Katie when you get the chance.
Which is up on my channel.
Okay, things I would have done with this. I'm not saying this looks like dumpster fire garbage. I would just make it a little bit better. And I know she cooked these patties as well, which, ew. But she's got pita bread there. Why are we not just making, like, a pita burger? You know? Like we could put the patty on the pita bread, and then the salad on the pita bread, and make burgers. She's made deconstructed burgers, I guess. Bleh. I'm Cat Lady. Good to see you, honey. Thank you for returning to the channel as a member. I appreciate it.
Well done.
Also, chat, can we acknowledge the fact that everybody eats their burgers differently, but also just treat yourself to a burger that's not well done. You'll be surprised how tasty a burger can be not well done. Juicy. Zing, thank you for the super chat, Hunt. Zing says she really loves to be sneaky. I just wish she'd be really sneaky in her next video. She's mushing... Oh, mushing dogs. Northern Canada bees. In Foodie in the wilderness with huskies. And Voodoo, thank you for the super chat, honey. Voodoo says, weird dream during my nap. I was traveling with you and Haz, and I lost my ID at the airport. You were helping me find it. Blame Foodie. Well, look, it might be a bit of a case of Nostradamus, Voodoo, because we all think that Chantel's in Canada. Thank you.
I don't play with ground beef. Ever since I saw an episode of Medical Detectives or Forensic Files, I think before it was Forensic Files, it was Medical Detectives. And there's this one kid, he went to camp, like Boy Scouts camp, and a couple days later, he started getting like really sick. I'll spare you the details. And anyway, it comes to find out after his organs started shutting down that he had E. coli, and they traced it back to him eating a piece of undercooked ground beef.
Okay. I don't think that's a necessarily common occurrence, Foodie, but sure. Cats from Nelson, good to see you, honey. Thank you for being here for 3 months. I appreciate it. You're awesome. Oh, you're awesome. Thank you. Thank you for the support. I appreciate it. What? What? Miss P. Hands shouldn't be talking about E. coli. Yeah, for someone who believes in drip drying and not washing hands, I don't know about this fully cooked ground beef story, but okay.
So fattoush, this fattoush has little pita chips.
That are so crispy and crunchy, you guys, and definitely the salad is at least a day old.
Romaine tomato.
Hectic Llama says, this is all the setup for being sick and not on a visa run. Clever foodie. Ah! Oh, you're so right. She literally put that community tab post up being like, oh my god, you guys, I'm so sick. And right before my birthday, it must have been that beef. Maybe, you know what, Chantel, maybe you're not on a visa run. Maybe you've got E. coli.
Cucumber, black olives, white onion, sumac, and it contains lemon.
Right.
For like a dressing.
How very interesting.
Growing up, I always hated onions. Now, I love them.
Oh, how fortunate we are to get such an insight into Chantel's BS.
I had an old babysitter who used to have onion sandwiches, like just white onion sliced on white bread with yellow mustard. I don't love onions that. Why?
I have heard about this. I have recently had a discussion about onion sandwiches, and I kind of want to try it. White bread, butter, thick piece of onion, little bit of salt and pep. It sounds like it would be too much. And maybe it is too much, but maybe I'd like it. No, gross, ew. Okay. I'm just saying, if someone needs to take it for the team, I am curious. No, I'd eat it. My grandma used to have those all the time. Look, grandmas are on the pulse of, like, good stuff that people maybe side-eye sometimes. So, this is really the only example I can think of. But maybe it's not bad. Lord Barky Barky said, I'll revoke your membership. It's curiosity. That's all it is. It's curious. It's not like I want to take a big bite out of a white onion. I'm just curious as to what an onion... Have you all seen the... I know this is like 2 weeks old, but have you all seen the, like, the bread hack people are doing with just, like, cheese and onion baked to make, like... I don't know if they're calling it a bread, but they're making, like, wraps out of cheese and just, like, straight up pieces of onion thrown in the oven. I'm just, look, I'm just saying, if someone's curious, if no one in here has tried this onion sandwich idea, I am curious enough to try it.
You get my cat attention?
I have the power, YouTube is my dad.
I was craving this meal specifically for iftar.
Okay, Voodoo has said, Polby, I've tried my mum's, it's gross. Okay, well... Alright, so we're saying no to an onion sandwich. Alright, look, I try everything once, I say. But if you guys are so... so upsetty spaghetti about it. Oh, Nat says, I like my onion sandwiches with thin cut onions. Okay, so would we be about a thinly cut onion sandwich?
There goes Dad's chair. Anyway.
Oh, tomato sandwiches, Christina, down. Like, without question. Like, a fresh heirloom tomato, salt and pep. Oh, so good.
Oh, looks like there's red pepper. Yummy. Mm. The deli
Sky.
is my favorite section of the grocery store. What about you?
Because there's cheese there. Nixie, thank you for the super chat, honey. I appreciate it. Nixie says, try everything once. Meth pipe on the floor. Okay, within reason. I don't... Pixie! I don't know if onion sandwich and meth pipe can necessarily be compared, but maybe you're right. Maybe that's how it starts. It's like with crochet. Crochet and meth pipes apparently have a lot in common.
Baby.
Oceana, good to see you, honey. Good morning from my side of the planet. I hope you're well. Thank you for being here for 44 months, my friend. Oceana says Zach twice in one day. Yay. I hope you're having a great day, honey. Good to see you. It's the onion sandwich to meth pipeline. Exactly. Rex, honestly, I didn't think an onion sandwich would be such a controversial topic. And we've talked about a lot on this channel.
Oh, my favorite. You could even add the red pepper dip to the salads. It's not spicy.
Oh, is that a vacuum cleaner in the back? It is. Is Chantel doing the classic, I have to clean. I have to clean everything before I go? Oh God, Chantel, just don't come back. Go and don't come back. Oh, Bucky Wacky, thank you for the super chat. No. No. Not even once, as they say. An onion sandwich, though. Victoria, I have not.
The burgers are so juicy.
God, she talks some utter shit.
Alhamdulillah for this meal. I'm so grateful.
Oh, I see, Victoria. See, I'm going into crochet with the concept of there are no mistakes. Like every stitch is a... I don't know a rhyme for that.
So yeah.
It's like free flow crochet. You know, there's no real plan for it. Everything's a bit wonk. The goal is a washcloth, but you know, if it's a scarf, it's a towel. Technically, Ambi could use it to wipe her butt. Oh, that's a legit style called freeform crochet. Oh, I love that. Do you know what I used to love? I can't remember, this was years ago. People used to, like, crochet around the trees, which I don't know whether or not trees like, but I do have some plants that could use, like, fun little, like, accoutrements. Maybe not on the plants, maybe on the pots. Oh, I can make them, like, little crochet ties or crochet suspenders. Oh, my God, I'm getting ahead of myself, but see the vision with me, chat. Lisa, thank you for the super chat, honey. I appreciate it. Lisa says, a free flow... free flow, God damn it! Oh, I could... Do you know what, chat? When I get to the point where I can do, like, 2 different types of yarn on the same thing, I'm going to do so many different, like, little color tidbits. Oh, what fun. It's fun. Kim, I think that's what it was called. Yeah, crochet bombing, because they did it to like bikes and stuff as well. I remember that. What a vibe!
That's new, guys.
What a
My
vibe.
vacuum in the background. I vacuum often enough that.
What about, you know what? I've been talking about Ambi, and she should get a maxi skirt. I wonder how long it'd take to crochet a maxi skirt. Ambi's got the time. Ambi, take up a hobby.
I don't bother putting it away.
Munchies, good to see you, honey. Don't mind us, we're just... Oh my God, did she just spit that out? Sky, thank you for the super chat, honey. Sky says, look at the filter fail. Is it here when the chip falls out of her mouth? Watch this. This is crazy. There it goes. Katie, thank you for the super chat, hun. Katie says, "Here people crochet toppers for post boxes." Oh, that's really cute. Oh, that's a great idea. That's so cute. I love that. Go back 20 seconds. Okay, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, is it here? When she's doing the thing with her face? Because this is not Chantel's real face. I know we haven't watched Chantel for a couple of days, but this is someone else. Oh, boy! Holy shit! Oh, no. Oh, she saw her real face. This is like Medusa looking in the mirror. Oh, wow. That's big. That's big. Hold on. Hold the phone. Holy shit. Again! Wow. It really looks... Honestly, it is that scene from Ace Ventura where he's pretending to be the rhino calf being born out the back. Oh, Lord. Lord. Look at that. That's not the same face. That's crazy. That's crazy. Wow. How'd you do that? How'd you... This one's my favorite. Chantel, it's so good to see you. It feels like we haven't seen each other in so long because you keep wearing someone else's face. Oh, do it again. It's like someone put a bike pump in her. Paige, thank you for the super chat. Paige says that gave me flashbacks to the 90s movies The Nutty Professor. With Eddie Murphy, oh, I could see it. This is the clumps. That's crazy. Wow. Oh my god. I need to actually zoom out a bit. Oh. That's... Chat, don't laugh. Not the bike pump. No, she got stung by a bee. Say brain. She just got stung by a bee. What are you guys talking about? I know we talk about the filters failing all the time, but this is really funny. Those... Do you know what? I think Chantel needs to tell us her secret when it comes to the compression, because man, is that not the same person. Like, see, and this is why whenever I see her hands, I think Lazy Town. But it's in her face too. Can she not edit it out? I don't know if she was too lazy and she didn't see it, or maybe she thought that it wasn't too big of an issue, but she clearly looks straight into the camera when she sees it. Wow. That is Chantel's real face. Chantel's whole life is a big lie. I mean, that's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. Oh, there it is. There it is. You can see the fear in her eyes. She saw it. She saw it. Oh my god, you guys! Ah!
What's new, guys?
What's what's new? This face. This face is new. Ready? Here it is. Oh my god, I've lost my mind. Oh, that's great. Chat, thank you all so much for starting my day off like this. This is wonderful. This is wonderful! Yeah, play it off, girl. Pretend like it didn't happen. Yeah, exactly. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Thank you, Sky. I appreciate you. I appreciate you a lot. Oh. Heavens to Betsy. Yep.
What's new, guys?
The funny thing is, like, Chantel will rant and rage, and I don't know whether or not she's watching this, and I hope she isn't, because otherwise she's going to get upset on the community tab. The thing is, like, Chantel doesn't need to put these filters on. Like, we all fully acknowledge the fact that there's another half a head hiding behind the compression and the filters. Like, we know. And it doesn't matter. It's whatever. But when you go from this to that, like, that's when it's a joke. Like, it's a joke.
My vacuum in the background. I vacuum often enough that I don't bother putting it away.
That's a lie. I'm assuming the vacuum just lives in the in Foodie's bedroom. Not bamboozled. Oh, maybe she's allergic to hamburgers. That's what it is. Good chat, girl. Good chat. I think Chantel's swollen head Marie might be the best thing I've seen in a couple of days.
Just meal.
She got by a bee.
Like, I don't know how that babysitter did.
I don't know. If I have been, again, we've spoken about my relationship with everything previously, and one of the things was avoidance, right? So, like, when I was at my, I don't like saying worst, but worst, I would not, like, look in reflections, I would not look in mirrors, I would not take photos, I would avoid any possibility of, like, being confronted with the reality, which is delusion. Like, it is delusional to exist in reality and not acknowledge what your body's doing, right? Or avoidance, call it what you will. Delulu's a fun word, though. Like, I get it. I just can't imagine staring at myself every single day and going to the greatest lengths imaginable to say, I'm big, I'm proud, so what? And then cranking the filters so high that you get, like, snake face versus balloon face. That's crazy. That's you got to talk to a healthcare professional about that. Auntie M, good to see you. Thank you for being here for 41 months, honey. Auntie M says, haven't laughed this hard in a very long time. I mean, me neither. It's great. Thank you for being here, hon. It's good to see you. Deborah says, Poppy, she issued a warning on her latest community tab post. She's furious. Oh, the one where we're not allowed to talk about anything and we're all dogs. Was that it, Deborah? Yeah, we're all dogs. Or is there another one after that? I did see that. Hey, Fit. Good to see you, honey. Hope
I don't know who she ate that, man.
No,
I don't know why she was babysitting. I was an evil child.
Undoubtedly. Laurie, yes. No, this is a beard filter. Yes. Oh, Fit, the crochet washcloth, you mean? We're calling it a wonk cloth because I'm just I'm freestyling the crochet, which I'm sure is not the best way to start learning, but we're getting there. It's like palm-sized at the moment, I just need to make it like 8 times bigger for Ambi's booty.
Anyway. Actually, kid, it wasn't too bad.
It looks like ramen. It does kind of look like ramen. Ambi does love ramen. Life on Random, thank you for the super chat, honey. Life says, Poppy, peace. Oh, please warn next time you're gonna have us laughing so much. That's not my fault. That's Sky's fault, to be fair. Sky was like, just take it back 20 seconds. You're gonna find a really good bit.
As a teen, but teen years are so hard.
You are 42. Coming up to 42? 42? 41? You're in your early 40s, man. Let's get a grip.
And my mom was...
It did, Sky. I agree. I thank you. Thank you.
She's very soft, you know? With discipline.
Oh, so now it's your mum's fault you turned out the way you are. Girl therapy.
I'm not a parent, sure. But I can tell you. If I had to deal with a teenager like myself, I'd be booting me in the arse.
Maybe as an adult, if you acknowledge how terrible of a teenager or child or whatever you are, maybe you could work that out with your parent offline. What is this conversation?
Like,
Oceana, yes.
heck yeah.
Like, I think it really is a mark of maturity when you're able to reflect back and be like, oh, like, this was my relationship with my parents when I was a child, and this is my relationship now as an adult. And I know that's different for everyone. I'm very fortunate in that I can reflect back on my childhood and be like, things were being done to help me learn and protect me and like give me independence and teach me independence and do all of that stuff. And at the time, like, snot-nosed teenager Pulpy was like, I don't want to wash the dishes, why don't you do it? And now as an adult, I'm like, oh boy, like, man, I could have helped out more, you know? But that's what having, you know, a relationship with parents, I guess, is like. You get to talk about all of those things as an adult because you're a very different version of yourself. And you just don't understand the world until you're in it. Geordie's Cluster of People, thank you for being here and thank you for gifting a channel membership. Welcome back to Dolly. Lovely to see you. Please make sure you thank the fabulous Geordie's Cluster of People when you can. And Frankie Fish, thank you for the super chat. I hope you're having a great day, honey. Frankie says, I love this community. You guys are so much fun. I agree, chat. Take your flowers. You guys are great. Thanks for being here, all of you. And thank you, Frankie, for the support. I appreciate it.
Do you guys think parents are a bit too soft these days?
I think you should not have opinions on that. What a general topic of conversation. Also, Chantel, not from you. Absolute. I cannot have this conversation from you. Queenly, thank you for the super chat, honey. Queenly says, love your laugh, Zach. It makes me laugh too. I'm glad, honey. Good. We should all laugh. Because I feel like the conversation is about to get a bit grim, so I'm glad we got the bloat head in first. Thank you for the support.
Like, if you spank your kids, you can get CPS called on you. Like,
Yeah, it's physical abuse.
Meanwhile, some parts of the world, kids get an ass whooping.
No kids, no opinion. And it's not that I don't have an opinion, it's that, like I was saying previously, you don't fully acknowledge, like, what being a parent is, I guess, until you are a parent. Or, alternatively, I guess you get a better understanding of it as you grow up and mature and understand, like, the world and responsibilities and pressures and all of that stuff. Which isn't to say, like, I'm agreeing or disagreeing with anything, whatever. I, from my understanding, and again, not in any professional sense, by the way, no idea what I'm talking about. I understand there is a conversation around the benefits of gentle parenting and the detriments of, like, trauma and physical abuse and all of that kind of stuff in the general conversation about, like, punishment of children, which is such a fucked statement to say, by the way. I understand that there's all of that. God, I don't want to have this conversation with Chantel. Ugh.
But those cultures, they grow up fearing their parents, and I find they respect their parents more.
That's what you find? That's what you find? Is this your professional opinion, or are you just a fuckwit on the internet? Respect is one thing, fear is another, right? I love the conversation around mental health because I know absolutely nothing about it and I love to be educated. But I also understand there's a big conversation about, you know, I don't necessarily love I don't want to say older ways of thinking because that sounds ageist, which isn't. But previously or I guess some people argue that, oh, well, all of these people have all of these diagnoses nowadays, and it must be the milk, and it must be the social media, and it must be the change in the way we parent, and it must be this blah, 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 right? Less about these things exist more now because of XYZ. More about we understand these things differently now because we have different ways of diagnosing, we have different treatment, different therapies, blah, 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 blah. God, I hate when Chantel talks about stuff like this. It's so infuriating. It is so infuriating. Right, so by Chantel's logic, children who are brought up in instances where physical abuse exists, they are more likely to respect their parents. Girl, I'm going to have to phone a friend, talk to a professional about that. Because one, fear and respect are two different things. And two, trauma exists. So, I don't know, I'll leave that to the professionals to discuss. But that's not you. That's not you.
Like,
no, Chantel is saying that her mum was too soft on her when she was growing up. And she's saying that she can't imagine raising a child or a teenager like Chantel and not punishing in that method. And that's how we got to this topic of conversation. And again, not a parent, but my God, this sucks.
Like, I don't know. What do you guys think? It's a little pink. If I die, you know why.
She was lining up that illness lie.
Red pepper dip. I will be buying this again.
Suzanne, that's a good point. Yeah, her mum did kind of send her away. I don't know, girl. I think that Chantel's got a whole heap of mess going on with her, and hats off to any healthcare professional who'd try to assist her in untying that big, mangled, bloated knot in her head. Bloated might be my new favorite word today.
Oops. Hi, baby. That's the wrong lid. Let's have dessert.
That's a good way of saying it, Polter. I agree. Yeah, that's a good way of saying it. A good comparison.
Some mamoul.
Oh, the mamoul.
It's like a flaky, it's like a kind of a pastry, like cookie type thing and inside. Dates.
The sugars.
Reminds me of like a date square a little bit. Or like a fig Newton.
She's so crumbly today. She's crumbing all over the place. That's why she kept the vacuum cleaner out.
And people traditionally eat these for Ramadan. Date cookies.
Is anyone else assuming the reason why we're pointed so far away from the other side because there's light coming in? And this is definitely during sunlight hours? Just me? Okay.
One is enough for me.
One is enough for Chantel on camera.
That was filling. All that beef.
Or a suitcase being packed. Oh, hectic. Maybe she's got... Does Chantel... I don't think Chantel has those Vaxseal bags. That could be a fun theory, though. Maybe she's Vaxsealed all her stuff into a suitcase.
Anyway.
The more I watch Chantel, and I know we've been doing this for years, but the more I watch Chantel, the more conscious I am of the sounds that I make with my mouth when I'm eating. I'm going to really need to, like, listen in when I'm eating a blueberry, because I don't think anyone sounds like this eating a blueberry except for Chantel. It's weird. Tiny says the fucking chewing. Also, chat, there's a heap of you here this morning. Hi, good to see you. If you liked it, the like button, feel free. It helps. It does help. I appreciate you all who do. And if you don't, I will never know.
That was a yummy meal. Hi. When I'm doing a mukbang, Julia's usually mukbanging with us.
Also, where's her YouTube plaque? Maybe it's behind the chair? Maybe she's packed it to go back to Canada.
What do you do with Mom? Oh, baby. Just hold my hijab from prevent it from sliding.
Don't wanna let the... Gosh, I'm sorry. I've got Chantel's community tab post up on my other screen just in case, and her profile picture, not the same person. Not even close.
That blueberry was sour.
Girl, you can't breathe. Look at yourself.
That was some very nice beef. You know, sometimes you buy ground beef and it's like not a good beef flavor. Like fast food burgers don't have good beef usually.
She is literally worn out after eating. I mean, she did eat a double patty, but girl.
At least at the major fast food chains. But they put so much condiments and things on it, makes it taste good. Hi. Aww. Are you making your presents?
Beth.
No? Hey, what do you do? What do you do? What does that best do? Ew.
She honestly looks like she's about to pass out. She has had too much Beth.
Ew. Anyways, guys. That was so delicious.
Girl, you should not be sounding like this after eating. If you sound like this after a meal, I hope you're speaking to a healthcare professional.
I'm telling you, that red pepper dip, I can't shut up about it. It's so good. By the way, I want to ask you guys, if you're still watching, probably not.
This is a recorded piece of content? What are we doing?
Where should I put the blush on my face?
What blush? Okay, I'm going to be very honest with you, Chantel. Maybe we leave the blush out of the equation just for a moment, because if it's pink, if it's not like a fluorescent magenta, if it's just a light blush, girl, you got it covered. It's fine. I can't tell whether or not it's the filter, but there's enough. You look flush as it is, right? I don't think adding another layer of flush onto the already flush situation type of deal we've got going on here is necessary. You might want to just experiment with like a little bit. Break that bronzer out. Break that like that golden tone palette out that your sister kindly regifted to you. Break that one out and just learn a bit about the contour. Just do that. That's fine, because the flush is already there.
I put it here. Should I be putting it on the apples of my cheeks or here?
You don't put it at the corner of your mouth.
Je ne
Blush does not go here.
sais pas. Je ne sais pas. Malheureusement, je sais pas. À quel endroit je mets le rouge? S'il vous plaît, m'aider à décider.
Girl, cut this.
I don't practice my French. Don't hate me. Anyways,
I mean, if you're a drag queen, you're putting blush pretty much from your temple down here. You make like an L shape here, and then you contour under to make your cheek raise. Girl, what are we doing? Here? Yes, I'm blushing the dimples of my cheeks.
Thank you so much for watching. Thank you.
She's practicing her French before she gets to Canada. Yeah, I agree.
I mean it. I really appreciate it. And, I hope you had something good to eat. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.
Okay, bye. Alright, chat, we're done watching Chantel. We're going to move over to Ambi now, who I understand is not everybody's favourite person. She's actually no one's favourite person. No one chooses Ambi. This is I Shouldn't Admit This, Zachary Michael, and Deleting Comments. Let's Talk, episode 1. This was uploaded a couple of hours ago. Hello.
Hey guys, welcome to a new video.
Oh, she didn't say hello.
So this series is called Let's Talk. I have done this before years ago.
So many times year on year. Chat, don't be mad at me, but I am breaking out the crochet for this one because this is just going to be another Ambi Q&A, and it's going to be at least 10 minutes of Ambi explaining what this new series is going to be, and it's basically just 4 different ways of Q&Aing. I hate it.
Really just a series where I can communicate and correspond with you guys. So unfortunately, my channel has thrived, but also died on a lot of different speculation, and I want to change that. I want to use my voice in situations where I normally wouldn't, and I want to continue using
Ambi, I will not be silenced, Lynn over here. Okay.
my voice in situations where I already have. This is just a place for you guys to get to know me more, maybe in areas that you never would have. A place for me to be accountable, to clarify and deny. And
if she's doing all of this talking during this series, what is she going to talk about on the members only live streams? Because I thought the members only streams were meant to be like, get to know Amberlynn Reid, and that's why everyone hates it. Is that not what we were doing over there? What is this? I feel like we're just rehash. Go outside. Fuck off. Go outside and go do something. Imagine making 4 pieces of content. Look, I know it's rich because I'm not saying that reacting is necessarily a hard gig. It's not. It's literally sitting here, watching our stories, talking to you fine people, maybe finding a hobby. It's not that deep. It's not that hard. It's not that much of a challenge. But I can't imagine sitting on my fat ass. Well, she called me fat. Wait, no, Foodie called me fat. I can't imagine just sitting on my fat ass, and just talking about the same shit over and over and over again. Again, ironic because I react to pretty much the same people all the time. But my God, find a new topic of discussion. Get mad about a TV show. Tell us about a book. No one gives a shit about truth, lies, fibs, honesty. God, girl, we're just here to watch a story. Give us a story. This is retelling your own story, and I'm so sick of it.
Just an overall correspondence between you and me every single week. So the reason I want to do this...
It's not between you and me. We are audience members. We watch what you produce. This is not a conversation. Go find a friend.
Because there's always questions, rumors.
Kabira says, God, remember Book Lynn? We could have had a book club. She did have a book club. She had a book club for like 3 episodes. And then she got mad for some reason. Oh, that's right. She got mad because people were reading ahead or were telling her she was too slow or something. That's why we didn't get Book Lynn. I read 27 books in a month in January a few years ago, Lynn. She didn't like being told she was slow. Sky, thank you for the super chat. Not get her, Jade. She's just boring. Even controversially, she's boring. It's crazy. Voodoo, thank you for the super chat, honey. Voodoo says, but how can she find a friend without this puppy? I don't know. I don't know. I think this is really speaking volumes about how much more tolerable Amberlynn is when she takes someone else's personality. When she's dating them. Or, well, I guess when she's speaking to someone online and she thinks she's dating them.
Speculation, just things that people are, for the lack of a better word, obsessively asking me about. And it kind of goes in cycles where it's like, there's like 5 huge things that people are talking about ad nauseum.
Huge.
And I think this is a good opportunity. Maybe I can answer those 5 things or whatever it may be. But regardless, I feel like my channel is very...
I can't believe we're here.
Parasocial, let's be real. And there's always some sort of speculation or always some sort of topic that people are like, Amberlynn, why won't you talk about this? So this is going to give me the opportunity to do so, if you guys bring it up, of course. So I have structured the series into a special format, and I'm really...
Girl, call it Q&A. Just call it Q&A. This is Q&A by any other word. Normally, you'd be doing this over on Instagram, so I'm curious as to why you're doing this on YouTube. When's tax season in the US again?
Excited. So the first section is always going to start with sweet and sour. So sweet and sour is just going to be a random comment generator from the Let's Talk.
Okay, sweet and sour is comment of the day. Got it.
Talk prior. So obviously, since this is episode 1, we're having to skip that part. But I came up with sweet and sour because you never know what kind of comment is going to pop up. Can it be a sweet comment or can it be a sour comment? Using a random...
Lord, you are so quirky, girl. Wow. Pinopoly pin-up all over again.
Random comment generator is going to give me a wide variety of comments instead of just like going based off of like the top ones where I pick and choose, etc, etc.
Not choosy. You can't pick the top ones because the top like comments on an Amberlynn piece of content are often calling her out. So she doesn't want to do that. We'll see how random these comments are selected.
So this next section I'm calling Sippin' Community. I know, I'm very clever. Thank you. So this is where
I'm so tired.
Where I read from the community tab that I will be posting.
She just drains the fun out. Girl. Can we add some fun, please? That would be nice. Daily, thank you for the super chat. Daily says, Amber feels like a final cast reunion episode at the moment. I mean, I love the fact that we're getting so much insight into, like, Destiny and Beck and, like, the nostalgic era of backstories, which is great. I would love anyone else to come online to talk about it, especially if they're messy, Eric. That'd be fun. Like, that's way more interesting than anything Amber has to say at the moment. My God.
Every single Monday, so it gets time for the questions and anything that you guys need me to speak about for them all to just fall under that community tab. And then after Sippin' Community, we're going to be doing the Linterview. Yes, I know, more.
Okay, so she spelt it Lynn as in her name, but I heard it as lint, as in like picking lint off her back, which is far funnier. Not the lint. not lint picking. Did everyone else hear lint? Okay, good. Not just me. Very good.
More cleverness from your girl. So the Linterview is where you guys are actually interviewing me with your voice. Yes.
Oh my God.
So
it's Q&A. It's comment of the day, Q&A, and Q&A via audio. How fun. Did she steal that idea off someone? I feel like she did. Anyway, call it what it is. It's Q&A by any other name.
Told everyone over on my Instagram, send me a microphone emoji so I can accept your request.
Ew.
And that gives you the opportunity to send me a voice memo asking any question you want.
Right.
So I have not listened to any of them. It is going to literally be live, real reaction.
Oh no. You said live real reaction. I would recommend against that if you're dealing with strangers on the internet sending you audio. I would recommend against that. Oh boy, that could end in disaster. Don't do that. Ambi, I would recommend you listen to them first. Or actually, better yet, just make it recorded content. Don't do that live. That's not... It's not a good idea to do that live.
Very nervous. So if you guys want to go to my Instagram for next week, literally go to my Instagram at hectic.ambi. Yeah. Send me a microphone. I'm going to send you a smiley face emoji back, and then you can send me a voice memo because Instagram has it to where you can only send me a voice memo if I accept your first message request.
I'm just imagining how many people she's going to send a frowny face to. Probably a lot, actually.
So anyways, after the interview, the next section is
she wants a microphone for future wipey applications? Maybe. Actually, you might not be wrong. What happens if someone sends her a washcloth emoji? Iron Chef Jamie, hello, thank you for the super chat, honey. Jamie says, next segment, washcloth corner. God damn it.
Tea or tail. So what this is going to be is I am going to clarify rumors that I have heard through the grapevine. And I'm going to tell you, yeah, that's real. Or no, that's actually not true. And then the last section is going to be bad choices. And I just remembered I forgot to actually bring the cards over here. So I need to go.
This is just Ambi's Q&A and rewriting the narrative. That's all I'm hearing about this. Great. I'm so glad we made an entire piece of content explaining the concept of this. This is fun.
Get those. I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. So bad choices is just a bunch of really hecticonic questions.
Oh, not the cards. Girl, find a friend. I'm going to need you to find a friend. I'm going to need you to find a group of friends. I'm going to find you... Go find someone to drink a White Claw with. Because this is dumb. This is dumb Makana.
So I'm going to be choosing 5 of those and answering them. So I know this introduction was super long. We will not be doing that in the future videos. I just kind of wanted to talk about what the series is about.
We're getting choosy.
Okay, sadly, we are skipping over sweet and sour because I can't do it. And we're going to go straight to sip and community.
Oh no, what a shame.
Have you considered that your refusal to do inpatient treatment could be linked to a drug addict's refusal to do rehab? No, because I actually think doing inpatient would be fun. I know a lot of people are going to be like, fun? That's really the adjective.
She needs to shut up. She did not just describe inpatient as fun. Yeah, you guys, it's like a little sleepover. You need to shut up.
You're gonna use for that. The only reason why I choose not to do inpatient is because it is extremely...
My guys, my relationship with food and my BPD and everything's just so hard, and they're the reason why I am the way I am. But inpatient sounds fun. What a cute little idea, like a fun little sleepover. Oh my god, fun. It'll be fun. 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 Right, go. Fun.
Extremely expensive. And I have a job. Not only do I have a job I have to do to keep the roof over my head, the electricity running, and the food in my fur baby's stomach, but I have fur babies that need to be taken care of. I know the I's could be dot and the T's could be crossed. Like, my mom could probably watch my fur babies, but like, it's the job thing for me. If I was to be able to go into inpatient and be able to vlog my whole experience and upload still...
Okay, not inpatient, but why don't you go to like a camp or something? What about that? What about like a meditation retreat? You could go and learn some new skills. A wellness spa, a spa day. Why not that? Oh, you're not doing literally any... See, those things I could see as being described as fun, right? Like going and experiencing nature, going and working on some wellness, some self-help. I can see those things being described as fun. Inpatient treatment as fun is a fucking crazy thing to say. But you won't do any of those things either. And this isn't about the pets because Mama Lynn's right there. This is like, and also you packed up your pets to road trip 19 hours across the country for a visit. I'm sure there's a situation type of deal where your pets could be cared for a couple of days as opposed to road tripping them for 3 months. Like there are ways and means. right? So why don't you go and do those ways and means instead of sitting here lying? She's looking like the pot of greed. Any Yu-Gi-Oh fans in the chat? Chat. Does this make you want to draw to? Are you all seeing pot of greed here? Please tell me there's at least one Yu-Gi-Oh fan in the chat. Or someone who knows the reference. Come on now. There's at least one of you. I hope so. Oh, dear.
Still make an income so I can still pay my bills.
Throw it in. Did you see it?
Would do it. Why is it okay for you to make assumptions about ZM's mental health, but when your audience...
Everyone saw... Not Amberlynn Reid. Actually, Emily. Yeah, nice. People are understanding the reference. Good.
Does it? It's mental health shaming. So I've never really made an assumption about his mental health. Months and months ago when I said, whoa, what a quinky dink. Zachary Michael's mental health gets bad when I take a break from YouTube.
That sounds like an assumption, girl. A wrong assumption.
I think that was my way of just being
also,
like...
why do you keep talking about Zachary Michael? I would understand because I could understand the hypocrisy if Amberlynn was reacting to Zachary Michael content. I don't understand why you keep bringing them up. Why do you keep bringing them up? Why do you keep like sliding into their DMs? Why do you keep talking about their stuff that doesn't exist on YouTube? Or if it does, hasn't existed for a very long time on YouTube. Why are you so obsessed? That's ironic.
Okay, if you can dish it, I expect you're going to be able to take it. There have been times where he has mocked me about my mental health or a heartbreak, a relationship.
These are Ambi, if you're going to claim that, these are times to bring up the receipts. These are the times. You feel like someone's mocked you, bullied you, whatever. Now's the time to bring that up. But you won't, because I don't think you can. I think you have this mentally constructed argument where all reaction channels are terrible bullies and mock you. But I don't think you necessarily have the evidence to back it up. Because by all accounts, like, you keep sliding into DMs, you asked for help and received it, you've asked for advice and received it. Girl, just because someone doesn't like you and laughs at your dumb shit on the internet, like, that's just what it is.
Just some way that I was feeling. I have felt mocked. I have felt hurt. I'm allowed to feel that way. And in my brain, I was like, okay, he's been doing this for years. Now it's my turn. Have you traveled the world since breaking up with Beck?
Did you all hear that? That's psychotic.
Some way that I was feeling. I have felt mocked. I have felt hurt. I'm allowed to feel that way. And in my brain, I was like, okay, he's been doing this for years. Now it's my turn. Have you traveled the world?
That's vindictive. That's vindictive. That's what that is. That's crazy. Amberlynn said, I will show no grace to you. You've shown a vulnerability on the internet. I'm going to get my little spoon out and I'm going to dig. Dig, 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 dig. That's so gross. That's so gross. Because, forgive me if I'm incorrect, but Zachary Michael, also, like, I watch Zachary Michael content. Like, there's no malice in anything that they say towards laughing at Ambi's nonsense on the internet. But also, they were the one who you reached out to ask for, like, editing advice back in the day. Like, again, you've been in the DMs, and I can totally understand wanting to distance yourself from Ambi's reality. Like, 100%. But, girl, let it go. Like, people are just here to watch your content and laugh about you on the internet. And sure, there might be theories and speculations and whatever, but they're all driven from the stuff that you put out. It's not like they're coming out of nowhere, girl. Also, go, like, put this energy towards being mad at Alexis, not Zachary Michael. Like, where's that energy?
Since breaking up with Beck. No, but I have traveled. I have went to Oklahoma. I've went to Wisconsin. I've went to Tennessee. I've went to Michigan. And I forgot to say, I've been to Illinois since then. Chicago, hello, Billie Eilish concert. And I've done things that I wouldn't have. So based on your physical health and your track record for change, what do you estimate your life expectancy to be? And what will you do with that time? So this is kind of like gruesome, but based on how I feel.
Morbid is the word you want to use, Brooklyn.
And the things that I go through, probably somewhere in my 50s. And I feel like early 50s. I don't know why. Like, that's when my grandma died. Actually, it was when she was 51. But like the number 53 keeps popping in my head and slightly 54. That's a very gruesome question. And what will I...
I mean, it's morbid. It's life. But answering that question in that manner at least shows a little bit more insightfulness than Foodie, I guess, thinking she's going to get to 80. Again, it's morbid, but we watch what these people do to themselves every day on the internet. What do you want?
I do at that time, it depends. Like, am I trying to better myself, whether that be physically, emotionally, mentally, etc., which is where I'm at right now, or am I just going to just flop like a fish and not care about anything? I want to say it's this over here. So by doing this over here, that means I might see my 60s. I think regardless of which one I choose, I'll never see my 70s, and that's kind of a sad reality.
Considering we've watched things only really get worse over the last 10 years of Amberlynn on the internet, what's that? That's another 20 years of this. Do you think that's going to happen? Okay.
How does it feel knowing you've been stuck in a time loop for the last decade? When your watchers have graduated college with masters,
Woo!
Gotten married,
Shout
etc.
out.
The world is evolving around you, yet you haven't changed a thing. So first of all, to those who have graduated college with masters, hell yeah, props to ya. But I do want to say,
I mean, to anyone, I have always said, let this content be your background noise to a productive situation type of deal, because it's great. It is a great just background noise to listen in on and be like, man, these dumpster fire train wrecks on the internet, I just can't do that. Good for you. Cautionary tales, we love to see it. Also good for you for succeeding out there. And that doesn't necessarily need to be graduating. That can be literally anything. Good for you. You're not Amberlynn Reid.
Everyone's timeline is completely different. Some people get married when they're 18, some people get married when they're freaking 62. You know, more people than you think have very routine, boring, everyday lives. Like, they get up, they shower, they have their breakfast, they head to work, they come home, they have dinner, they relax, and that's that. Like, a lot of people do have that life, and I think that
I understand where this sentiment is coming from. Do you understand that there's a lot more that people do just on like an average day than that? I know you do. I don't think you experience that. I think you experience even less than that because you've got a lot less to do. But like, if you have a family to take care of, cooking, if you have hobbies, interests, like, what?
we just need to be grateful to be alive regardless. Just because someone is married versus someone who isn't, that doesn't make one of them better than the other, versus someone graduated with masters versus someone who didn't. It doesn't make one of them better than the other. I have my accomplishments. I have things in my life that make me extremely happy, but this is my life.
I would like her to list her accomplishments.
And my routine. I've been stuck in a time loop when it comes to my weight. I will admit that. But when it comes to like growing and bettering myself, I have not been stuck in a loop. 10 years ago, I could not have ever imagined myself not only being single, but living by myself. That would have...
Being single is not growth. I mean, I guess it is in some instances, but girl, just because no one wants to choose you, that's not growth. What are you talking about? I could never imagine being single. That literally only has 50% to do with you. What do you mean? What do you mean an accomplishment? What?
Imagine growing and bettering myself. I have not been stuck in a loop. 10 years ago, I could not have ever imagined myself not only being single, but living by myself. That would have never happened. 10
This is weird.
years ago, I could not imagine myself making amazing money, using my own debit card, being able to not only take care of myself, but my fur babies, having a roof over my head. If I want it, I buy it. If I need it, I buy it. I never
Well, there you go. That's that tax talk out the window.
imagined having that type of life. Yes, I suffered with BPD 10 years ago, and I still do to this day. But 10 years ago, it was way worse. In that, I never imagined being able to be by myself and enjoying alone time, because I was always so, oh my God, I need my partner. And like, I can't be alone ever, not even for 5 minutes. And now I'm alone for...
You are desperately trying to find someone on the internet 24/7. This is not about the BPD specifically. Girl, no.
days and days at a time, and I'm okay. So you might see it as a loop. I don't. You know,
okay, so you're saying that you've done absolutely nothing to change your BPD, didn't even acknowledge it for however long, and now you fixed it because you can live alone, and that's your accomplishment. Okay, that's some backwards logic on all of that, but all right.
Comment section is public.
Again, the fact that Ambi doesn't have a partner is partly her choice, but it's also a lot dependent on other people.
Right? Why lie about getting so much support? We can all see what people are saying to you, Amber. So I get a lot of private support, which I completely understand, because when someone supports me publicly, they get actually bashed and attacked, and it's really sad. For some reason, the haters cannot accept that there are people who actually like me and enjoy my content, and they can't accept...
Oh no, I accept it. I accept that there are people out there who might be new. I'm very accepting.
A different opinion than theirs. So I get hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of DMs weekly of people who are very, very supportive, because they can't do that publicly. So when I say thank you for the support, I genuinely mean it, because the people who message me on Instagram are also watching my videos, and these videos
we're going to see so much of that in this new series, because Amy's going to have Q&As and voice interviews and all of that fun stuff. So I can't wait to hear all of the support for the next 3 weeks.
Also for them. All right, so this is the last one. Bah ha 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 ha. You are literally deleting comments. I was reading one in the middle of it. Poof, it was gone and it's nowhere to be seen. So I didn't delete any comments on the community tab because I wanted to go into it completely raw. Sure. YouTube actually has a section where they automatically do it themselves. If something is a little too hecticana, for the lack of a better word, it goes into a completely different section and I have to approve the comment, but I never look at those. So you're never gonna see that comment again. All right, so the next section is the linterview.
Ugh.
I am so nervous. All right, let me get to my Instagram. I am beyond nervous. Okay. Take a deep breath. It's gonna be fine. All right, here we go.
Oh, so she's not doing this live. So when she said she was going to do it live, she meant record it. Right, got it.
If you didn't have the obstacles that you have in your life, I'm thinking specifically about your weight or maybe some of the trauma-related obstacles, what different twists and turns do you think your life would have taken? Let's imagine you didn't do YouTube and you didn't have childhood trauma and you didn't have
the traumatic experience of recording yourself, producing it and monetizing it on a public platform. This is a multi-part question.
Have your weight standing in your way. Where would you see yourself now?
Okay, so if I didn't...
Okay, I don't like these types of questions. No shade to the audience member. I'm sure they didn't intend it. But it's essentially, if your life wasn't like it is now, where do you think you'd be? Go anywhere.
I didn't have childhood trauma and I didn't have these weight issues, where do I see myself now? Honestly, probably like in LA. I'm not gonna lie. I don't really know what I'd be doing for a job or anything like that. Like, I don't like to hype myself up too.
She still thinks that. Didn't that got brought up in Beck's content, right? How she said if she wasn't this heavy, she wouldn't even speak to like Eric, Ricky, and Beck. She'd be over in LA. Oh my god, that is either trollish or clinical. That's crazy. That's bonkers. Wow. Guys, I'd be over in LA. What are you even talking about? Okay, girl. Sure. Yeah. I think you watched a little bit too much Gossip Girl. That's what I think.
Hard, but
which I understand was New York, not LA, but you get what I mean.
I feel like I would be an attractive person if I was thin. I mean, I think I'm pretty now. I mean, sometimes I feel super ugly, but my mom, like, is...
They were asking about what would change in your life, and I understand that's a big thing for Ambi. Her attractiveness, she puts a lot of value on her physical existence. I get it. That was not the question.
Gorgeous. She was super gorgeous when she was younger, and I know without all my extra, I would look very, very different, and I think I would really be...
I think you need to live in reality for a minute. That's what I think. I mean, I have no doubt that many people can relate to like lying in bed at the end of the day and being like, I wish my life was different. I wish I wasn't like this. I wish this problem was solved. I wish I didn't experience this. That's a very relatable concept, right? You get to a point in life where you acknowledge that those desires are they're desires, but you also acknowledge the fact that you're not just going to wake up tomorrow and have those problems solved. So, as a mature adult, you often approach life with, great, these are the things that I want to change in my life. What actions or behaviors can I do to make those changes? Ambi never reached that stage of maturity, I don't think. Ambi still expects to be able to, like, she still lays in bed at night wishing and a hoping and a dreaming that something would change, but never actually wants to do anything about it. Oh boy, Ambi.
Successful in LA. I don't really know what I would be doing, but I think I would be thriving I have a feeling I would be thriving for sure. And I know a lot of people are gonna be like, Amberlynn, why did
It's
you?
also weird to me that she thinks that she would just be in LA, but she doesn't know what she'd be doing. Like, I guess the kind of the default answer is like, oh, I'd be in LA and I'd be like a singer or a dancer or a movie star or just like go to parties. I don't know. But girl, you haven't even thought this through. You just think I would be in, if I were thin, I'd be in LA. What a fucking weird concept.
Bring up like what you would look like. It's because sadly society is shallow, and I feel like people who are more attractive, they get further in life and they're treated better, etc. Okay, let's do another.
Oh Lord, I can't with her.
Okay, so you know how there's the butterfly effect theory of how like one insignificant moment in your life could change the course of the rest of your life?
Yes.
Do you know, or can you pinpoint like what significant or insignificant moment or event happened in your life that if you could, you would go back and change?
These type of questions, all they're doing is encouraging Ambi's main character syndrome. Life's complicated, girls. Sometimes, yeah, there's like one big thing that will change your life forever. But sometimes it's a lot of small things. And of course, main character Ambi is going to have one big thing. I don't know what she's going to mention here. Maybe the discussion around cancer. Maybe like her childhood trauma. God, girl, I don't know.
And maybe speculate how it could have changed the course of the rest of your life.
So I do have one particular moment in my head, and I don't know what ways that it would have changed my life.
Megan has a note.
Obviously,
Megan has said trigger warning essay.
for the better, it would definitely be
Thank you for the trigger warning.
Interesting to see. But like, I have gone through so many things, so many like isolated, separate, traumatic events to where I was gonna come out effed up regardless. But the first thing that I think of, which trigger warning SA, so I'm just gonna like say it, have something pop up right here, but when I was 7 by a cousin, and I feel like there's a lot of heaviness with that topic. Like, I feel
There's also a particular talking point around this, right? Like the story's changing, and this is kind of another example of that. I'm not going to talk about it, but just as a footnote.
Like, that probably did do some damage to my brain and just the way that I am, because I know a lot of people who experience SA, especially as a very, very young child, they end up with like a lot of issues. And I think about 600 Pound Life, where I relate so much to some of these people, because in the beginning of every episode, it's the same way. You know, it's the shower scene showing, you know, how much they eat at one time, which is definitely exaggerated, but that's a different subject for a different time. But they always talk about, you know, their past and probably what made them the way they are. And a lot of people go through SA as a kid and end up really, really large. So I know that like I've gone through so many things in my life, but I feel like that was one of the first memories that I have as a young girl that was like very, very traumatic for me.
Hi Amber, thank you so much for accepting my request. I just wanted to ask you, if you could talk to yourself 10 years ago, what would you say and what advice would you give?
This is a whole lot of like past stuff questions, not a lot of future stuff.
And also, if you could see yourself 10 years in the future, where would you like to be? And how do you see yourself? Again, thank you so much.
So 10 years ago, I was 34. So I, without a doubt, would tell myself, lose weight.
34? 24.
Wait, girl, like you're going to get cancer in a few years. So
Not sounds AI.
oh, you need to lose weight. You need to go to the gyno regularly, and you need to know the YouTube game. So let me sit down.
Maybe it's AI.
Write down a bunch of notes for you, and I'm going to teach you the YouTube game to where you can play the YouTube game. You can have fun with it, but you can also stop yourself from sharing certain things that you shouldn't share. And girl, you also have BPD, so go to therapy now. Like, there's just so many things that I would tell myself. So if I could see myself in 10 years from now, I will be 44. I hope that obviously like I weigh a lot less. I hope that like my health has improved, my mental health. I can't even imagine myself in the 40s. Holy, that is weird. I hope that I'm married. I know that sounds crazy because I said I don't ever want to be in a relationship again, but fuck it. A decade from now, I hope that I'm married. I hope that I'm happy. I was about to say, I hope that I still have wasabi and Twinkie, but oh, okay.
Yeah, you'll probably leave a door open.
My heart just broke. Moving on. Okay, so this is the last one.
Do you think you'll ever do ASMR again? I'm not gonna lie, your old ASMR videos, especially the like candy bowl rimming one, has been a guilty pleasure of mine for like the past week.
There's a weird thing. I was listening to like some content creator had made. I can't remember who it was. They'd partnered with like an AI voice, like I think it was a film, a thing where you could like type in what you wanted to see and it'd make a video and do voiceovers and stuff. Anyway, and in it they were playing examples, and it was interesting because obviously AI has been told humans use and and like in place of words, because even when reading from a script, it's kind of subconscious to put like an additional sound in there, like, exactly. It was interesting because when the AI did it, it just felt so like mechanical. Like there would be a beat and then they would say, and then it would keep reading the script. So I do think if there's ever like just an or a like, just one in something that we're listening to, I get the conspiracy theory that it's a machine. So I'm leaning more into the AI discussion now.
Sorry if this had to be weight related. That's just been living rent free in my brain.
Oh my god, I live for that question. You know how many people actually tell me that they like my ASMR videos? Like, it genuinely shocks me. I actually don't think that I will ever make like a separate ASMR video again. I think majority of people actually hate it, but a lot of people do like it, so I appreciate that. All right, now it is time for tea or tail. So rumor number 1 is you cannot be diagnosed with BPD by a psychologist, let alone one that doesn't specialize in BPD. That is a tail. That is a big, big, big tail. So you can be diagnosed with BPD by a psychiatrist, psychologists, and by social workers, and they do not have to specialize in BPD. In this.
What?
So rumor number 1 is you cannot be diagnosed with BPD by a psychologist, let alone one that doesn't specialize in BPD. That is a tail. That is a big, big, big tail. So you can be diagnosed with BPD by a psychiatrist, psychologists, and by social workers, and they do not.
What? That doesn't seem right. Okay, so she read that from Google, whose AI overview said a licensed mental health professional such as a psychiatrist, psychologist, or clinical social worker who is experienced in diagnosing and treating mental disorders can diagnose BPD. Aha. Right. Girl. Okay. Barry... Thank you for the super chat. Barry says, hello, Chat and Poppy. I hope everyone's having a good week. I am. Lovely. I hope you are too. Thank you for encouraging me to go back to college and learning how to overcome my own mental struggles. Oh, you're welcome, mate. Congratulations. That's all on you. Chantel and Amber make me so mad. That part I can agree. Yes. Yes. Thank you for the super chat, honey. I hope you're having a good day today. Yeah, clinical is the key word in all of this. Not to say just social worker, but not every social worker is a clinical social worker able to diagnose. And even in that instance, I'm assuming there would be a conversation about, I think it may be this. You need to go and speak to these professionals to get a diagnosis. Definitely not ChatGPT though.
BPD by a psychiatrist, psychologist.
Oh, Plummy, good to see you, honey. Plummy says, I'm a licensed master of social work. What are you talking about, Amber? I need you to specify because mental health specialists differ by state. Also differ around the world. Also differ in specialities, I'm imagining. Oh, girl. You are literally just reading off of AI.
So you can be diagnosed with BPD by a psychiatrist, psychologists, and by social workers. And they do not have to specialize in BPD in the same way, like if you're diagnosed with depression.
I'm imagining they do have to specialize in mental health, though.
Or you're diagnosed with bipolar disorder, like they don't have to be like a specialized like psychologist just for those things. All right, rumor number 2, Amberlynn lied about when she posted her ER pictures to Snapchat. That is also a tale. That is not true. So in my reaction to Salty Crab, where I was talking about like so many people didn't believe I had cancer, so many people didn't believe that I was rushed to the ER and that I was gushing blood and blah blah blah, I mentioned the times where I posted my blood pictures on Snapchat, and I also mentioned where I literally showed medical confirmation, like my medical paperwork in a YouTube video. And I jumbled all that nonsense together in the reaction. And I saw a couple people where they were just like, oh my God, Amberlynn's lying. Like she didn't even post like those pictures until like May, but then it was like actually June where like she showed the medical stuff. And yes, that is true. So in the salty crab reaction, I said during that time, and I
don't understand. Why did this need to be discussed?
also said in the impulsive state of mind that I was in. So I'm talking about two different incidences, which is the Snapchat photos, the medical paperwork YouTube, that happened within different months, but it was the same head frame. So what made me post the Snapchat
mindset
photos was people were like, Amberlynn, that's not true. You were not rushed to the ER gushing blood. And I was like, oh, yes, I was. Here's proof. And then me posting medical paperwork was because people were like, Amberlynn, you were never diagnosed. That's not true. And then I was like, well, here's proof. So both of those instances was just me not being able to regulate.
Head frame is a very fun word.
My emotions, me not being able to like ignore the shit. So instead it made my like impulse instinct, like it was gone. I had zero impulse skills. Like I was just like, I'm gonna show this. I'm gonna show this. I couldn't regulate myself. But thankfully since then I have gotten better with that. Am I perfect? No. I think that's a reason why I have stopped like demeaning myself in certain areas. People are like, let me see the BPD diagnosis. People are like, let me see proof that you have a kidney that's 6 millimeters big. And I'm like,
how big's a kidney meant to be? Adult kidney size. In healthy adults, kidneys typically measure 10 to 14 centimeters long, 3 to 5 centimeters wide, and 3 centimeters thick, with the left kidney usually being slightly larger than the right. What is she talking about? A 3 centimeter kidney?
BPD diagnosis. People are like,
oh, does she mean kidney stones? Okay, well, that's a different thing.
You see proof that you have a kidney that's 6 millimeters big. And I'm like, no, like I have boundaries and I respect my boundaries.
Yeah, we're not allowed to know how big her kidney is. That's a boundary.
In the past, no, because I was bad at regulating, still am, but better. And that's just like another way of like showing that I have improved as a person, because in the past, like crying hysterically while showing my medical records is crazy work. And like posting on Snapchat such gruesome photos is also crazy work, and that is something I would never do now. Rumor number 3, which is the last rumor, Amberlynn uses a filter when live streaming from her laptop. That is also a tale. I'm literally a boomer when it comes to anything like that. So the reason why I look so different on my laptop versus on my phone is because the iPhone, I have the newest one, is literally crisp clear, as you guys can see. But my laptop literally sucks, as you guys can also see, because the internet's always shutting down and I'm always having to restart. You can literally
go update your laptop.
Tell that the webcam is super blurry, so it has nothing to do with a filter. I wouldn't even know.
As a professional YouTuber, you could figure out that you can actually hook up your phone to your computer and use the camera on your phone, but you don't want to do that because you're on FaceTime or you're on live streams. To the next Pookie.
How to put that on there. Literally, when I go live, I click on YouTube, I click go live, and that is literally the end of it. All right, now we're about to do bad choices.
Oh, like watching Ambi.
So by the time that this whole series is done, maybe I will have answered every single one of these questions. I'm just going to randomly choose 5 and let's get into it. Have you ever told a friend they were being cheated on? I'm having to think. I don't think I've ever had to do that, no. But my memory does suck because last night in my live stream, I couldn't even remember the fucking high school that I graduated from. It was crazy.
Okay, go. Considering how much you remember and then choose to forget. Okay, great.
All right, next one. In the past 30 days.
She never told on herself, no.
Have you sent or received a sext message?
Oh,
so in the last 30 days, no. Nope. Number 3. So this is like an all play question. So obviously, it's just me. So I'm gonna ask it as if it's just me. Could you go a month without masturbating? The answer is probably no. I mean,
I can't believe none of you warned me. Not one of you warned me. Fingerlyn is back. Oh, girl. Look. As a mature adult having conversations about sexual behavior, sure. Do I think that's necessarily appropriate on YouTube in this format? No. Do I think that it's oversharing? Yes. Do I need to know how many times Fingerlyn is flicking the dainty bean? No, I don't. I don't need to know whether or not she could go 30 days without crumbing. I don't need to know that. But I do now. I did not consent to knowing this. My God.
If someone was like, don't masturbate for a month, like, I bet you, like, okay, I won't. But, like, why would I? Number 4, have you ever apologized after sex? I'm sure I have. I don't know what for, but probably something. All right. Number 5, have you ever had a...
Please, oh my God, please burn these cards. Just burn them.
sexual partner who turned out to be gay. Well, I am gay, so that makes my partner gay. All right, so that is the end of the first episode of this series. I hope that you...
Oh, burn this series. Knowledge, thank you. Thank you for being here for 11 months, honey. Knowledge says, thank you to whoever gifted me a membership. I'm not sure who it was, but we'll pass on the thanks. Thank you for being here.
You guys enjoyed it. Obviously, there are so many more...
Oh, and Mia, thank you for gifting a channel membership. Welcome, or welcome back to June. Lovely to see you. I hope you're having a fabulous day. Please make sure you thank the lovely Mia when you can.
Memos, so many more things we could talk about, but I don't want to...
And Plummy, thank you for being here for 14 months, honey. Plummy says it going to walk into the ocean. Be right back. God, no one cares. Literally, no one cares. No one talks like this. No one sits alone on their couch recording a vlog talking about whether or not they could stop flicking the bean for a month or whether or not they've had to apologize after sex. Girl, I'm so tired. I just want to sit here and drink my energy drink and crochet my fun little yarn. That's... I don't need this information in my life. Why? Jenny No Pants, thank you for being here for a month, honey. Jenny says, hi, Poppy. You're so handsome. Oh, thank you for the compliment, honey. I appreciate it. Thank you for the support as well. Good to see you. And Ashley, hello. Welcome back to the channel. You joined just in time to skip over Ambi's sexual discussions.
Make this video super long. There will be another community tab for you guys on Monday. If I missed your question, just repeat it. And as the time goes on, we'll see. Maybe some of this will be taken out. Maybe no one likes the interview, or maybe no one likes the tea or tail. I'm sure you guys do, though. Maybe eventually I'll add something new or take something out. It just all depends.
See
what we all like and how we enjoy it. But I hope you guys did enjoy this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Okay. Bye, Ambi. All right, chat. We're done. That was terrible. Oh, bad. Just bad. Anyway, that's how we ended it. This is an update on the crochet. I think I got like one or two extra lines in. Look how wonk that. Look at that ugly bottom bit. Look how misshapen. Oh, I love you though. You're great. Just misshapen. All right, chat. Thank you very much for hanging out with me today. I appreciate you all. I hope you have a fabulous day. Please make sure you brush your hair and your teeth, wash your face, get your steps in, hug a loved one. Don't be a dumpster fire on the internet. Make good choices. For those of you on the rewatch, thank you for your comments, opinions, and eyeballs. You've been great, and I've been Pulpy, and I'll see you all